More people are exiting, and I'm starting to become more and more interested in what's happening in California than Chicago, to be honest with y'all. I had a coaching call that I did yesterday, and I was breaking down and I was having a conversation with somebody that was over in California, and we were going through the pros and the cons because they were a real estate investor, and they were breaking down to me all of the barriers and the issues that come along with being a business owner in California. I was talking to him and I was talking to him and his wife. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. And we was looking at prospective investments outside of California. And they were saying, yo, Anton, I got like 13 doors or something like that. And they said, we stressed out. We are stressed out. They said, we are the conservatives. We are some of the conservatives that are over in California. And he said, let me tell you something. I own 13 properties, 13 doors. They said nobody pays rent. So few people pay rent over in California because the laws protecting people that are basically squatting in properties are insane. The laws protecting people over in California are absolutely insane. They said they could tear your junk up and you can't even go in there and do nothing about it. They said very, very, very rarely, they said you are hard pressed to find the right person to actually do the right thing when they renting out your property and to actually pay their bill over in California. I said, is it that bad? They said, it's that bad. It is horrible. Now, I know over there in Arkansas, Alabama, you don't pay rent, they're going to have you out of there in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They don't play no games. But they said it's basically becoming unlivable. It's becoming unaffordable. They said the property taxes continue to skyrocket, which basically adds over $1,000. They said one property in particular was adding an additional $1,000 a month, while the insurance companies was actually looking to drop some of the properties because a lot of insurance companies are pulling out of California. It's bad. It's bad. Me personally, I would never, under any circumstance, buy something in California or do business in that city. But let's break it down from a C student's perspective.
Well, California is seeing some of the highest numbers of people moving out of the state. 7 of the 20 cities named highest number of move-outs were in the Golden State, according to POTS moving and storage data.
Fox 26 reporter Sophia Lesios explains exactly why people are packing their...
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna get to the story. Remember what I just said about the news anchors and stuff like that? Come on, y'all.
Bags and leaving. Sophia, what did you find out?
Liz and Monty, plain and simple, people can't afford to live here anymore.
What I just said, listen. And again, forgive me. I know that this is the Millionaire Morning Show. I know we want to get our $30 million, all of that. I just said in the last segment when we was doing quick hits, and the lady that was in the red wasn't even that bad. But I just said, listen, if you know that you are going to be a news anchor and you are going to be on Fox, one of the Fox billion stations that they have all across the nation, and you are going to be doing a review, Jesus Christ. What y'all eating over there in California Republic? I just said it. I said, yo, ladies, if you know that you're going to be on the news and they on a regular basis, hey, Cindy, we're going to be doing a full-length segment today. The producers told you, and you know you bloated. I'm going to use the nice word. You know you bloated for the day. Keep on saying, ooh, it's what I ate. You think? This is the type of woman, and I said it, Jesus, y'all about to have me going on in the Anton Daniels channel live streams on Monday night. This is the type of woman, and I said it the other day. I said, I'm not going to go there. God, but we talk about California. Let's just get on.
California's rent is 47% higher than the national average. I did speak to one man who says that he's much happier now that he did leave.
Bill like the Michelin Man. Bill just like the Michelin Man. No, listen, don't sit here and tell me not to say what it is that I say. I give credit where credit is due. When we see these beautiful ladies that be coming on these live streams, like, oh, look at that one over in New York. Ah, I see you, Mew, go out there working. Dang, them ladies over there in California. Looking just like a marshmallow with a belt on. All right, y'all. Let's focus. Let's focus.
California is known for many things, including beautiful scenery, Hollywood's most famous, and being expensive. According to Rent Cafe, the average rent in the U.S. is around $1,700 for a 900 square foot apartment. In California, the average rent is almost double that at $2,500 for an apartment.
900 square foot apartment, y'all basically doubling the cost of being able to live in, and most people ain't even paying their apartments.
Around the same size. That's why Pod's Moving and Storage Company says many people are choosing to leave the state altogether.
I can't even begin to tell you how much happier I am in Florida than California.
Terry Gilliam says he left California 3 years ago after living in the Bay Area for 35 years.
It was the cost of living and the politics, traffic, homelessness, crime, everything that has gotten worse and worse over California. And the solutions that they proposed only made things worse.
He even started 2 Facebook groups called Leaving California and Life After California
Jesus.
as a way to connect with
Got
others.
184,000 members.
He says most people are saying
rents are astronomical in California. So it's not just buying a house, it's renting a house. So there's a huge shortage of housing. And then really it's the domino effect. And it gets to where you get the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Home values in California have increased 6.4% in the last year, according to Zillow, making the median price of a single-family home in the Golden State over $900,000, according to California Association of Realtors. The U.S. Census Bureau reports the average cost of a home in the U.S. is $495,000.
That is so unreasonable to me. It just blows my mind that the average, that means right there in the middle, that the average home cost in America is $495,000. And I'm sure it's much, much higher over there in California. And part of it is that you're paying for the soil. That just blows my mind. This place is basically becoming unlivable, man.
Another contributing factor driving people to leave is crime.
You know, the whole shoplifting thing, if you only steal up to $950, it's not really a crime, it's a ticket. It's insanity. It's insanity. And people want to come to places like
who can afford a $500,000 house
where law and order rules.
For 3 years since 2020, California's population was declining, but it is important to note that new data released by California Department of Finance says that the population increased 67,000 people last year. This is the first time since 2020 the state has seen a net increase. Lizamonte.
Hey, just like we talk about women in relationships, you go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. I know a lot of y'all keep trying to stay in California because you like, yo, you know what I'm saying? The weather is all awesome and stuff like that. In reality, that's not for you. It just absolutely is not for you. Sometimes you got to make the sacrifice and you got to go and get you a fatback. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Shout out to Sophia. Sometimes you got to go where they celebrate you and not where they tolerate you. It's some states that's going to welcome you in. It's states that actually pay you to live there and it's jobs plentiful. Ain't no jobs in California. Ain't no money to be made. Ain't no real estate to be able to buy. It's absolutely a desert when it comes to opportunity and growth. And the only reason that y'all be out there is for the weather. But that California sunshine, so you willing to overpay in your taxes and your housing and your property taxes in order to go over there and live in California? Man, you can forget it. Meanwhile, on the flip side of that, though, it's so interesting because the state is now building and they dedicating themselves to building a $165 million luxury high rise for the homeless people. How stupid is this state?
So Los Angeles is set to open what could be the world's fanciest homeless shelter. and it's costing taxpayers. The 19-story apartment complex in Skid Row cost $165 million to build, or almost $600,000 per unit. Joining us is one taxpayer and LA business owner, Paul.
$600,000 per apartment that you are getting no return on, and y'all still gonna have to make sure that you put money into in order to make sure it's taken care of and staffed. Jesus Christ.
Gravano. So Paul, look, everybody wants to help the homeless, get them off the street, but it doesn't seem like there's a money issue, there's a will. What is your thought about this program?
Oh, it certainly isn't. Good morning, Lawrence.
Good morning.
It certainly isn't a money issue. This building is being built through what's known as Measure H, which was, it's maybe 6 years old now, which was a bond measure to raise $3.75 billion over 10 years. It was combined with a county measure called the city one is HHH, and it was combined with a county measure called H, which was another $3.75 billion, 0.5% sales tax increase in the county. Combined is $7.5 billion over 10 years.
They're gonna tax y'all to death.
If you do that math, that's $2 million a day for 10 years. And that's just those two measures. Maxine Waters is in Congress right now, and I don't have the numbers, but she's got two resolutions pimping for $150 billion for homeless and $100 billion for housing for 5 major cities around the country: Los Angeles, San Francisco, Denver, so on and so forth. So it is not a money issue. I think what they're doing is artificially maintaining these monstrously high numbers.
This is Maxine Waters, ladies and gentlemen. This is the person, 100-year-old Maxine Waters. Actually, not 100. Did y'all know that Maxine Waters was born in 1938? Maxine Waters is 85 years old, born in 1938 in St. Louis. Y'all have voted Maxine Waters in the Congress. We don't even know if this is a real person. We don't even know what the hell is going on anymore. We don't know nothing. Dog, I got a grandmother that is 91 years old. 91 years old. It's no way that I would be sitting there letting my grandmother go into Congress and determine what is supposed to be happening with the country. And I love my grandmother, and she's phenomenal, and she's an awesome person. Taught me a lot. We wouldn't even let our grandmother control what's going on in the family. My mother is like, 68, 69 years old, and she come to me and get permission to do anything. No way in the world that y'all sitting over there in California letting Mad Max Waters determine what's going to happen with your tax dollars, and you're letting this person represent your best interest. So out of touch, ain't had a faculty working since the beginning of time. All of these people got handlers. I was looking at Joe Biden. Let me see if I can find that. I gotta try to pull it up. I was looking at Joe Biden the other day. Rita was what was it? Some kind of Black Freedom dance or something like that. Joe Biden and all of them, and they was dancing on the White House lawn or something like that. And they had that sassy black man, that gay black man. What's his name? Billy Porter or something like that. And he had a dress on. And they was dancing on the White House lawn. It's like, oh, here it is. Here it is. This is it right here. I'm going to see if I can pull it up for y'all. And Biden looked so out of whack. He didn't even look like he belonged there. He did not even look like he belonged there. He was so out of it.
Take a look at this video. Joe Biden appears to freeze on viral. And you can kind of to do this, right? Colby
White House, and he was.
Look at this guy. Look at Billy Porter on the left-hand side. Kamala Harris standing next to Joe. Look at this. Look at this nonsense.
to keep up the pace that he had even 3 years ago. I mean, you should watching this footage of him at the Juneteenth ceremony at the White
Jesus Christ. This is America. This is a This is America. Look at what we got going over here in this country. Yo, this is insane. Look, dog, I kid you not. Rita was like in time. Look at this video. I said, what in the Juneteenth is happening on the White House lawn in Washington, D.C.? I know Vladimir Putin is over there looking at us like, yeah, we ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about it. He over there getting his hand kissed by Billy Porter. Billy Porter was just less than a year ago talking about how he was getting his home foreclosed on, and he's over there shimmering on the White House lawn, kissing Biden on the hand for a Juneteenth celebration. Bro, you cannot make this up, bro. You cannot make this up. And this is why they don't want to give me my $30 million in order to have my own show on a major network. Real talk. Real talk. Look.
House, and he was stiff. He was smiling. Perhaps he was tired. Who knows? But then to sort of like edit it in such a way to make him look worse only opens up a conversation for his defenders to reasonably say that, you know, it's deceptive.
Look
it's
at him.
misleading, and it takes away from the real issue that he's very old.
All right, there's a ... to this, right? Is we're always warned, deep fakes are coming, misinformation, disinformation.
This is insane, bro. This is absolutely insane. No way in the world are y'all going to have this guy running our country for another 4 years?